From broken to beautiful, watch as a ceramic bowl becomes a faux kintsugi masterpiece. Here are the things you'll need, but you can check out our written post, and I'll also link to these materials in the description. After wrapping your bowl with cloth, you're going to support it with your non-dominant hand, and then you're going to give it a good whack. Sometimes it takes twice, as is the case with my husband here. I should have mentioned at the very start that you should be sure to wear gloves because these shards and pieces can be very sharp.
Lots of pieces.
That's a great one. That's great. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
And now it's my turn. No second chances for me. I got it on the first try.
Good.
It's frustration.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's good. Not a lot of shards there.
Wow. So is that a good thing not to have too many shards?
Well, it's not a good thing or bad thing. As we keep going, I'll show you what we're gonna do with the shards that
Okay, and then the shards I just
go on an empty plate.
okay, so they can just go on here. Using a 2-part epoxy to mix the gold powder into, and as you can see here, it's only coming out of one side initially. You want to avoid mixing uneven amounts. So as you'll see when I stir it, I'm not going to use that little tail on the end. I'm just going to mix the 2 parts that came out evenly. So if you find that you're only streaming out of one, just move your syringe back and just start fresh on a fresh piece of plate. So you want to do that for 15 seconds. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this gold. And I don't need much for this little bit. So there. You'll notice that I already set the timer down from 5 minutes, so you've only got 5 minutes working time with this. Just make sure that you're mixing it very thoroughly before you go to spread it onto the edges of your pieces. Now it's time to spread the mixture, so I'm just taking a pointy wooden stick here. I'll be applying the epoxy to both sides of the pieces. Not too thick, but just enough that it's going to peek through once you put them together. Now before you do this, I do want to mention that you should make sure you know which 2 pieces you're putting together ahead of time, because you really don't have much time. As you can see, I'm just under 3 minutes here, and you want to take your time in applying it. So do make sure that you plan ahead so that you don't run out of time, because once the countdown hits 0, your epoxy is going to set. I'll grab my other piece and I'll do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to spread it thinly and carefully. Now it's just a matter of bringing the 2 pieces together and holding it until the timer is at 0. But realistically, you probably want to go just a little bit longer because I find it still remains sticky. As you're holding it, if you find it too difficult to hold it up in midair, you might want to brace your hands or your elbows on the table to help you support it. It does get tiring, especially if you have more time left on the clock than I do. One thing I want to point out is that you want to be sure to keep your gloves away from the line of epoxy in the back of your piece. That way you're not going to smear it onto the ceramic itself. Try to gauge how much you're going to need for each piece. I was finding that about the size of a dime or a nickel was more than enough. This amount here might just be a little bit too much and might be wasteful, but it really, as I said, it depends on the size of the piece that you're putting together. So my husband is just going to mix this up really thoroughly. Give it a mix for at least 15 seconds before you add the gold powder. You can choose to set your timer for 5 minutes before you start this process or right after you're done mixing. It's really up to you. But I was finding that it does take a little bit longer than 5 minutes to set up before I can let it go. Notice the size of the scoop that we're using to mix the gold powder in. It just takes a very small amount. It's very vibrant and it looks beautiful, so you don't need a lot. Take another 15 seconds to stir the gold powder in and make sure it's totally incorporated. So as my husband is doing here, just bring it in from the sides and just make sure it's thoroughly mixed. One of my motivations for taking this course in the first place was to repair a ceramic starfish that fell off the wall one day and smashed into pieces. I actually brought it to the course thinking that I could just repair that, but the instructor made a good point when she said it's better to get the technique down first before attempting something you really care about. So my advice would be to find a bowl at the thrift store and follow what we did here before moving on to something that you want to repair. The second motivator is that learning a new skill is a great way to help keep our minds active and engaged as we age. We don't mention this often in our videos, but every penny we earn from YouTube and our blog goes towards funding Alzheimer's research. By simply watching this video to the end, or leaving us a comment, or even doing both, you're helping the algorithm reach more people and contributing to a cause that means so much to us. Thank you for being part of that support. And if you'd like to help us go the extra mile, I'll leave a link down in the description for our year-round Alzheimer fundraiser. The link will take you directly to the Alzheimer Society, and a donation of $20 or more will automatically generate an electronic tax receipt. So getting back to what my husband is doing here, he's about to finish this one half, and then he'll pick up the other half and he'll do the same thing. Spread a nice even coat on both edges, not too thick, and then he'll put it together. As you can see, there's really no reason to rush. There's plenty of time on their clock. He's got just over 2.5 minutes there. And now he's going to press the two edges together. One thing that I want you to take note of is that as you're putting this together, make sure that your edges are perfectly even, because it's the edge where you're really going to notice if something is out of whack. You don't want any sharp corners. But you can go back and put some more glue there if you have missed that, if for some reason it shifts. So just something to be mindful of. And try not to put your gloves in the glue on the other side of it. If you do happen to get glue on your gloves, be sure you have a second or third pair that you can just switch out so that you don't smear the glue on the back. Now would be a good time to mention, if I forgot to earlier, that we're just using a 2-part epoxy from the dollar store. That's what the instructor recommended. She said you could use something more expensive, but if you're just starting out and learning, a dollar store epoxy that's 5 minutes is perfectly fine. As you can see, there will end up a hole in the middle after all the pieces are placed, and I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can approach that. You can either fill around the hole, or you can fill the hole itself. You can also do both. You could fill both of them. I took one approach and my husband took another, and I'll show you both of those as soon as we're done. We're going to start with my husband's bowl, and here he's mixing another batch of epoxy on a fresh area of the plate here. Before mixing up the epoxy, my husband took some green painter's tape and he covered the hole that he wants to repair. As you can see here, he's holding his finger there to provide support, and he's just going to dab the epoxy in with a stick. Now for my husband, he's going to leave the surrounding area white. I'm going to take another approach. I'm going to leave my hole in the middle, but I'm going to paint the surrounding area around it. So let's leave my husband's project here and fast forward, and I'll show you what I did. Before we move on, notice that my husband's also putting a little bit more gold at the edge here where he missed connecting them evenly. So just to keep the sharp edge from catching on anything, he's just applying a little bit of the gold just to finish that off. As I mentioned earlier, this isn't ideal. You do want to be mindful that your edges are coming together exactly, but it happens. The epoxy does set up fast and you're holding it for so long that you can just miss it. This is my piece going in, and this last piece broke at almost a right angle here, so it's just a little tricky. You just have to go slow and take your time, and like I said, just make sure that the edges are lining up and seated. As you can see, I've got 1.5 minutes on the timer, but when you're doing the hole in the middle or the surrounding around it, you want to be sure that everything is thoroughly dry, so don't go right into doing that middle part. make sure that everything is somewhat cured before you finish it off, because you don't want to smear anything and you don't want it to be sticky when you do this final touch. Another reason for it to be perfectly dry is that I'm putting tape on the inside of the bowl here, and you don't want that tape sticking to the lines that you've already done. Now, as opposed to my husband who just used the stick to put the gold into the hole, I'm using a fine brush to dab it on just the white area surrounding the hole. And you kind of need that because it's kind of a fine detail here. Unfortunately, this brush is going to be tossed, so if you do decide to do this approach, you want to make sure you're just using a brush that's disposable, just something cheap. You don't want to use your most expensive fine detail brushes for this part. One last final touch for my husband, and that is if you do have some divots, you can mix up another batch and just go ahead and fill those in, as he's doing here. And then we're going to peel the tape and that'll be it. If you'd like to be part of our YouTube community, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Thanks so much for watching Birds of a Feather, and I'll see you right back here in the nest for our next adventure. You can check out our upcycling projects in the links below, or visit birdsofafeather.ca website to search hundreds of tutorials and sign up to join our mailing list.